Okay, so there are a ton of mistakes with Google ad campaigns that we see in the home service space. And the issue is if you don't know what to fix and how to implement the fixes, you're just going to stay stuck. You're going to kill your marketing budget and you're going to come to the conclusion that it doesn't work because it doesn't work the way you're doing it. Our team has successfully generated around 2 to 3 million for our clients through Google Ads. I just want to show you the frameworks we use when we have issues. First thing is with tracking. If you cannot successfully track things, you don't know what's happening. If you have an issue of tracking form submissions, you just want to test it in the tag assistant. You just want to set it up so that the lead submit fires a conversion both into Google and into your CRM too. Next thing is the call event. You just want to make sure over 30, over 60, over 90, over 120-second duration is tracked. That really depends on what you want to measure. If you want to measure marketing qualified, you can do 60. Sales qualified, you can probably do 120. You can also see if you number swap it too. That could help, or you can set up your own tracking numbers. The next thing is for the booking or a quote request. You should trigger this in GA4. What you can do for this same thing, just fire a dummy appointment for this. And then for the lead source, what you want to do is you want to make a unique tag in your CRM. This isn't going to work for all CRMs, but you want to see where your leads come from so you can measure revenue, quality, everything like that. Because if you don't know what's happening. For the leads themselves, basically, you want to make sure they're reaching the CRM with the correct tag, right? One thing we do in HubSpot, high level, just throw the source as Google Ads, or you can even throw the source as the specific Google Ads campaign you're doing. The next thing, if your leads kind of suck, speed to lead, pretty crucial. Make sure they're calling within 5 minutes and instant SMS alert to the rep. See what happens. Fire in a dummy lead that looks real, goes to a fake phone number that you own if you want to test your team. If not, retrain, recentivize. You can make it slightly performance based on that number because that is the single biggest number that's going to affect that ratio to get a qualified estimate, qualified booking. And then the next thing is just, do you have a follow-up sequence that nurtures them? You want a day zero email after 2 minutes plus an SMS plus a voicemail drop if possible. And then also you do want long term for this too. Like ideally what happens is you send them additional proof, you send them reasons as to why go with you, reasons as to why do it in general, common questions answered, things like that. That typically helps. The next thing is regarding call recordings. You want to see the conversations. You want to score 5 calls manually just for report and offer clarity, just to see the exact quality. And then also same thing, just with the lead quality in general, see how many missed calls you have, right? If you have a ton of missed calls, hire an overflow service just to answer them or look into better training or hiring your team. Next thing, sample it over 5 days. You should log the objections to refine your copy. If possible, if you can download the call recordings, get them transcribed, throw them into GPT, get them to list out objections, things they like too, so that you can change your positioning and your lead quality. And you can also refine the offer and the keywords you're doing too, just the overall strategy. Next thing is just the traffic quality. Next thing, we typically add negatives every Monday, right? If the search terms you bid on, if you do like an automated bidding, are 25%, or they should be less than 25% for irrelevancy, you might have to add negatives every Monday. If you're doing broad match, keep them isolated, put it in its own ad group, and then basically make sure your geo and your schedule actually aligns with your service hours, right? And then after that, you can auto update negatives by running a daily script or rule, not too hard to set up with GPT and Python. And then next thing, landing page and the offer itself. You want to make sure the landing page loads in under 3 seconds, not over. What you can do for this, you can compress images. There's a very good image compression tool just by Googling, or you can add CDN. You want to make sure the bounce rate is under 65% and they spend on average over 45 seconds. That means they're actually considering it. If not, you want to swap the hero section. The hero section is what the user sees before they do anything. So like right here's our hero section, right above the fold, like above where they scroll. Make sure the headline matches the intent of the ad. If you're doing multiple services, make service specific page for each one. And then make sure there's a little promo inside too, $0 trip fee. And you can do like a big call book button. You can do a phone number. You can put the form up top, whatever you want. I typically like having social proof. Three in the first three sections is usually good. You can do reviews, news articles, license and insurance badges, testimonials. You can do before, after, stuff like that. All that works. And then ideally, you put some kind of risk reversal in it. Maybe you do a same day quote guarantee. Maybe you do something where you're beating all their pricing if you want to, but something that shows a little bit of an offer in there. And then I prefer shorter forms. If you want to put them into a survey, you can do that. If it's an issue with getting form submissions in general, though, you can do this as a short stopgap. But what may happen with this is the leads might be a little lower quality. The more form submissions you get, the better. This is a short fix. Ideally, if they're not filling out the form too much, then what you should be doing, you should test the other stuff up, like the other stuff I'll go through, like with as far as the actual ad and the copy and everything. But this is a short fix for sure. You can boost results a little bit, and then if you can put like a little mobile bar for like call text schedule links, that helps too. And then for your math, basically, you want to multiply the clicks times your conversion rate. Basically, if you do that, you should get at least one booked estimate, right? If your conversion rate is under 1%, you need to fix the offer, tighten the intent. If your clicks are below 30%, you should raise bids by 15% or just widen the radius. And then what should you do next? You just want to keep iterating. You can add in other services, tighten negatives, recreate creatives positioning if you introduce PMAX, and then basically from there, you spend half of what you're comfortable with acquiring a cost per customer. So if you're comfortable paying $1,000 to acquire a customer, spend 500, reevaluate from there, right? The next thing you want to do is you can also pause it if your traffic's way off or ops cannot answer the leads. You should stop your spend, rebuild the campaign or offer, or hire a consultant. That's what I would do for this.